Productions presents the math of ESP, why it works even if you don't believe in it. One, just a real quick little update. This hand, as you can see, I think this finger is going to be permanently crooked until my starship gets here. I'm correct, there is no actual, knuckle bone type of a thing on there, but obviously there's cartilage between the bones to make the joint, and I'm going to assume that it's been knocked askew or something like that. So the finger ain't gonna be much good for typing anymore. This one here is mostly straight. I've still got some feeling. It's somewhat tender type of a thing. It's not exactly what I expect to be feeling right now. I just cannot keep it without having it literally in this position, which of course makes it very hard for me to do anything else in the house, and I have to take care of myself, one person. I do want to laugh. I want to show this off, show that, you can see it's fading away rather quickly. There's not a whole lot. If my hands look a little bit darker, don't worry about it. That one. I have my wonderful gel de peyote. Yes, peyote, painkiller. It's also got marijuana in it, as you can see, a little marijuana leaf there. And more importantly, it's got arnica in it. And the arnica is something I've known since quite young. When I bought my first container of it, you can see it was one of the containers sitting outside, and the second time I went and got some, she went in the back and got it for me, and you can see it's a bit darker, and it does leave a kind of a dark coloration on the skin until I wash my hands off later on. But needless to say, it also feels a little more potent than this batch did. And just because I wasn't real certain about putting this stuff on my back of my neck, which is what I mainly got it for, I also got gel de arnica that also has marijuana in it that I could apply back there. As you can see, a totally different color here. And that also works quite well, but there is a little extra pain-killing punch here because I'm applying it directly to my neck area around the spine itself. That's where the injuries are. That part of the injuries when they broke my shoulder and really messed up my rib cage from hips to skull. I did try that first, and then a small amount of this. There is no high, there is no hallucinations, there's nothing going on, so I now will liberally slab this on if I have to. So, but yeah, anyway, I'm doing fine, everything's working. Had to laugh. I got my medicine balls here, as you can see, although my pinky's not much good. I can rotate it in that. I can even get away with rotating it in this hand. So, things that, didn't get too badly busted up or broken up or anything like that. I did a post, and basically this is kind of the I told you so type of thing, okay? And in this particular town, of course, it's Christian and Catholic stuff, which, it has that cross symbol, which is a sword, folks. What was Rome? Rome was a military might. Rome was its army. Rome had its sword. They took you down, Julius Caesar stabbed by umpteen dozen of his, it was Caesar, umpteen dozen of the, Senate personnel or whatever, sticking them with short swords. Their whole thing is short swords in war and all of that. Here you are in a country across the ocean that was literally colonized, invaded by the, the Christian Catholic soldiers of the Roman army. Yes, and what do we have? We have people who literally have a circus act that they know is a lie, but because they sell this little plastic doll and crosses with dead bodies on it, Jesus and all this, that's supposed to be so really super, connect you to God type stuff. And you know they walk around. Oh yeah, God's fake. Religion's just about making money, and they literally talk this stuff on the streets. So they know they are a farce. They know they are living a lie. Okay, they are very arrogant about the fact that they don't go to school, they don't learn anything, they don't read their Bibles or anything like this. You have this society. Now you wonderfully have the Pope getting up and saying that his priests are bigger than God, and that, you know, he himself is the devil or Satan himself. So it does not matter that he was saying it jokingly when he called himself a little devil anymore than anybody else. The fact that he is reigning up there and he has actually said that publicly, and he is an extremely public figure. Whether you want to be anti or pro Pope, there, you know, let's face it, you know, there's like what, 300 million Christians and Catholics, so you know, like 300 million followers. You know, you're either a hate or love. You know, I mean, I love seeing that. You know, the Christians saying, "Oh, he's not my Pope." Then why don't you quit all of Christianity, get out of it, because the whole thing's a farce? Oh, no, it's only one Pope. It'll change tomorrow. It's only one president, man. We'll kick Trump out in a couple of years and we'll go back to trying to figure out how to fix the mess he made, to cover up the mess the person before him made, to cover up the mess, you know, down the line. Okay, you know, you're passing the buck. You're waiting for the next inning, the next game, the next baseball player. And I've discussed all of this stuff throughout all of my mathematics, where it doesn't really matter what you want to do, you know, a year down the line, putting this stuff out. The devil is at the lip. They blame somebody behind them. Oh, this or that or whatever else. The Pope's the devil because the Pope before him was much saintlier than him. Yeah. Okay. You got A equals A. An absolute is an absolute. B is absolute number 2, and it's an absolute. You can't change it. You have to always have A equals B. You cannot have B before A and have it equal A before B if you are dealing with the spiritual realm. Okay? Things have to progress. Even me, like I said, I got sent down here. I did not know I was coming to a saint town. I was simply following the path of where I was being told. I was not even told of this town until I was already in Aguas Caliente, Mexico, you know, a couple 300 kilometers, you know, east of me. A bigger town where, you know, something else that was supposed to be truthful fell through, and you know, and then I was just supposed to keep following until I got here. 4 days after I got here, I was in an apartment by myself, and that saint introduced itself to me. And at that point, yeah, I started going, uh-oh, what am I in? What did you guys do to me here, okay? This is where they barbecue humans as sacrifice to prove they're bigger than their God. Yeah, and 3 years later, here I am, 100% living it, you know. So, you know, like I say, you know, if your mindset is that you have a miracle that everybody dies on the planet in order for you to go to heaven, and you put 300 million people or more, because don't forget, you have the Christ Buddhas, Christ Shintos, you know, Christ thises and that's, and the native, you know, the indigenous people that in order to survive said, okay, yes, your Christ can be part of our religion as long as we can still at least kind of dress like what we used to, and we'll just use your religious symbology instead of our stuff, and we stay alive. Okay, fine, thank you, we surrender. So you have quite a bit of energy here, probably, you know, a few billion people that are putting energy behind the idea, because then you have the Muslims and you have the Jews. You have the atheists even, I bet, or, you know, everybody can die and then I go to atheist heaven or something like that. You put the motion in it, you got the faith behind it, you got all of your little cross symbols all over the place, you're running around, you're doing all this, so you got your miracle, everybody's going to die. Okay? On the God side, you know, they kind of, well, we have to have this, 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 and this, according to these prophecies in this part of the world, and those prophecies in that part of the world, and we need to get this together and that together. And you know, these humans, they gotta see the prophecies all happen. So there are many, many, many prophecies all over this planet coming real. Whether or not they have anything whatsoever to do with me, there is stuff going on. Fire from the skies, more meteorites coming down, more volcanoes exploding, more people getting knocked out of their houses. They're alive, but they have no place to live, they have no food, they have no shelter, they have, you know, no way to communicate, they have no way to stay warm or cold or whatever, okay? And you have this happening everywhere. You have Earth cracking open everywhere, you know, water spouts and strange sightings and all of this. So, you know, pick up your own list of prophecies you want to see and see what's out there and see what's around. It is basically all of Revelations has been completed according to the gods by the idea that, you know, that Christian, Catholic, Jew, Muslim theory, you know, that their churches will be the ones that are corrupt and get overthrown. That's what Revelations is about. The churches themselves will be caught being the ones panhandling the ones that shouldn't be panhandled. And stop and think about it. Go back to the changing of the popes, okay? And go back to see what the headlines were about Pope Francis becoming Pope Francis, okay? Oh, he's the people's priest. He can speak so well. He knows how to reach into the hearts of those peasants and stuff and bring that flock back into the churches. It's all about money, isn't it? What do? You got the con man and I can't the guy that stands out in front of the circus hollering, "Get in here! Come on! You got to see this stuff, okay?" And then you got the rubes. You got the the people that are going to be taken advantage of by the millions out there. And the guy has to be a sweet talker and lead you inside. And then as he's leading you inside, he's counting the money he's getting. He doesn't care about what happens to you. Okay? And Pope Francis is up there, and he has backtracked on on being any kind of really concern for the people. He's asking the people to give more rather than saying that the church, which is full of gold and silver and icons and stuff that they could literally melt down and sell off and start feeding these people and housing these people with. Oh, those churches have to be raised back up from the rubble first. Yeah, wrong thing. Gay people. Well, who am I to decide whether or not God is correct or not about, homosexuals and gay people and lesbians and transsexuals and queers and all of that? But on the other hand, they do anything to actually enjoy their life. That's a sin, I guarantee it, because I'm bigger than my God. Whoops. He literally speaks the tongue of the devil, doesn't he? The forked tongue of the devil. What he's saying out one side of his mouth contradicts the other side. So, like I said, the Bible prophecies, those four religions, which are the most notedly terrorizing ones of the planet, have all basically been fulfilled. Hopis and every other continent around here has also ones that they can say are being fulfilled. Hindus, obviously, something's happening. Earth changes is happening. The Shiva, if I am what I claim to be, the white horseman of the apocalypse, or actually I should say what the spiritual realm claims he has, then yeah. You go look at my piece of artwork I do with the Artist of Chaos. I have the wing of flames. I have the wing of dreams. Rainbows and dreams. I am both destructor and creator. what will behold this planet in a few million years will be beautiful and a new creation. Because somebody will come down that can open all of the doors and things like that. I seem to be able to open just about any door and make anything I need to work out and happen. So, yeah, we're there, we're having fun, and I think I'm